Welcome to Learn and Speak. Today, we have a captivating story that explores the age-old question, can money buy happiness? In this tale, a poor man must fight to keep his wife after a rich man offers her a life of luxury. Will love or wealth win? Listen closely for key phrases and vocabulary that you can use in real-life conversations. Let's dive into the story and find out.
In a small, peaceful village, there lived a poor man and his wife. Life wasn't easy for them. They lived in a small, simple house with barely enough to get by. The poor man worked long hours, doing odd jobs for the villagers, while his wife took care of their modest home. Though their life was hard, they found joy in each other's company, believing that love was enough to keep them going. One day, a rich man came to the village. He had heard of the poor man's wife, admired for her beauty and kindness. The rich man, filled with arrogance and entitlement, decided that he could have anything he desired, including her. He was used to getting what he wanted with his wealth and saw no reason this situation should be any different. The next morning, the rich man came to their house. He knocked on the door with an air of superiority and asked to speak to the wife. Once inside, he laid out his grand offer. "Leave your husband," he said, with a smile. "Come with me, and I will give you a life you've only dreamed of." "Look," he continued, gesturing to the cart outside, "I brought you diamonds, the finest clothes from the city, and keys to a mansion just over the hill. You could live like a queen with me." The poor man's wife was stunned. The diamonds sparkled in the sunlight, the clothes were more beautiful than anything she had ever seen, and the thought of a grand house was tempting. Her mind raced with doubt. She loved her husband, but could she be happy living in their small, run-down home when a life of luxury was right in front of her? When her husband returned home later that day, he noticed something was wrong. She seemed distant, troubled. "What's the matter?" he asked, worried. Torn, she hesitated but then shared what the rich man had offered her. "He says he can give me everything we can't have, a big house, fine clothes, wealth. He told me I deserve more than this life we have." She looked down, unsure. The poor man's heart sank. He knew he couldn't offer her the luxury the rich man promised. He worked tirelessly just to make ends meet, but he had something the rich man didn't, true love. He thought hard, then said softly, "I don't have wealth, but I love you with all my heart. You are my treasure. If you believe diamonds and fine clothes can make you happy, I won't stop you. But remember, happiness doesn't come from what you own. It comes from the love and support we give each other." That night, the poor man couldn't sleep. He decided that he had to do something. He couldn't let a greedy rich man take away the person he loved most. Early the next morning, he visited a local craftsman known for making intricate pieces from the most humble of materials. The poor man worked side by side with the craftsman for hours, learning how to make something special for his wife, a beautiful wooden pendant carved with love. It wasn't made of gold or diamonds, but it symbolized their bond, their shared life, and his hard work. When he returned home, he found the rich man waiting outside again, confident that the poor man's wife would leave with him. "Is she ready?" the rich man sneered. "Surely she's seen that I can offer her a far better life." But the poor man remained calm. He approached his wife, holding the small pendant in his hands. "I don't have riches to give you," he said, his voice steady. "But I have this, a reminder of the life we've built together. It's not grand, but it's made from my hands, with love, the same way we've built our home and our life." Tears filled her eyes as she looked at the pendant. It wasn't flashy like the diamonds, but it was beautiful in its simplicity. She realized in that moment that no amount of wealth could replace the love and devotion her husband had shown her. "I don't need diamonds or a big house," she said, her voice trembling. "I need you." The rich man, furious at having his wealth rejected, sneered. "You'll regret this. You could have had it all." But the poor man, standing tall, replied, "She already has it all, a husband who loves her." Realizing he had lost, the rich man stormed off, defeated. From that day on, the poor man and his wife lived happily, knowing that their love was stronger than any riches. They didn't have diamonds, but they had each other, and that was more than enough.